conflict between parent company HYBE and the CEO of its subsidiary ADOR, which manages girl group NewJeans, is looking to become quite ugly amid accusations of a takeover and rampant plagiarism.
Wow. I mean, wow. This drama is probably the biggest drama of the year, and I'm gonna explain everything we know about the story behind who really is Min Hee Jin, the CEO of ADOR Entertainment. Why is she taking on the K-pop industry giant that is HYBE to fight over control of NewJeans? How the popular rookies ILLIT was the start of all this drama, apparently. And did HYBE just find documents planning the takeover of NewJeans? Is this all really true, or is it media play? As Min Hee Jin is saying, this is the work of HYBE. But let's start from the beginning on what is happening at HYBE and the fight over NewJeans. Alright, so the main character of this whole thing is Min Hee Jin. Some of you may already know she is the creative director of NewJeans and the CEO of ADOR, which is a sub-label under HYBE. But how did she get into this position, and why does she believe that she has the right to fully control NewJeans? Min Hee Jin started her career in K-pop over at SM Entertainment way back in 2002. Damn, we're talking dinosaur ages. First gen K-pop group SES was about to disband, and the only artist SM Entertainment had was Poa, who just debuted. Min Hee Jin was hired to be a graphic designer at the company. That's right, she was the graphic design is my passion girl at SM Entertainment. But slowly over time, she would rise up the SM hierarchy to be a creative director at the company, a position responsible for the vision, look, and marketing of a group for each debut and comeback. Imagine a K-pop group is like chocolate milk. Min Hee Jin's job was to create the branding, the label, and the design and commercial to get you to buy that chocolate milk. Chocolate milk's already good, but she made it better. One of her first chances to show what she got came years later, helping out on production for TVXQ. And from that moment on, she would work on some of the most iconic and best work SM Entertainment has ever put out. We're talking Girls' Generation G, Super Junior's Mr. Simple, SHINee's Sherlock, FX Electric Shock, and the one-of-a-kind Pink album, which is still praised for its design of an album. And she would work on Red Velvet's Ice Cream Cake, NCT 127's Cherry Bomb, and I could literally go on for another 20 minutes. We cannot deny her talent in creating these masterpieces and her hand in molding what I call the golden era of SM Entertainment. But interestingly enough, her career did have a few controversies. These are blank. There's nothing on this. What are we doing here? Specifically, Red Velvet's Ice Cream Cake era. This was when Yeti was added to the lineup and she was only 16 years old. So there was a little bit of questioning about the styling and Lolita concept and inspiration she drew to make the era Ice Cream Cake. Min Hee Jin would receive that same questioning and concern when NewJeans debuted, but at a much larger scale. But still, more time at SM saw her rise even higher within the company to the SM board of directors. But at that impressive position, she would struggle to adjust, even revealing she cried with Lee Soo-man, the founder of SM Entertainment, over her frustrations. So after just a year in that role, she stepped down and even left the company. From 2009 to 2019 at SM Entertainment, Min Hee Jin would make a name for herself, and the work she did spoke for itself as well. And what did it say? It said that she was the concept mastermind of K-pop, with more to give, and HYBE heard that loud and clear, as they gave her a major role at the company immediately. As chief brand officer, Min Hee Jin was responsible for HYBE's rebranding from Big Hit Entertainment to the industry behemoth it became, HYBE Labels. As HYBE was in the process of expanding faster than someone at an all-you-can-eat buffet. How'd this get in here? There's no batteries. HYBE would buy out Source Music, Pledis Entertainment, and KOZ Entertainment. Not only were they buying out K-pop labels, they were busy forming their own, like Belive Lab, Home2, and Hypen. And another sub-label, ADOR. This is where Min Hee Jin would be able to do what she does best. Develop a look and vision for a group, but not just any group. A new group called NewJeans. I do not need to be the one to tell you that NewJeans went on a Cinderella story run in 2022. It was probably Min Hee Jin's biggest accomplishment of her long career. And what made NewJeans hit harder than your mom's sandals was the plan that she developed for NewJeans. And that plan was absolutely nothing. That's right, they did nothing. There were no teasers, no pre-debut promotion. They just dropped the debut. And I think that was the key. K-pop fans didn't know anything about NewJeans before debut. They had no idea who they were and that they were from ADOR, or they were even associated with HYBE labels. Attention and Hype Boy caught everyone off guard in the best way possible. And they literally started a trend in K-pop that is going strong to this day, the Y2K concept. If you disagree with me, point to another K-pop group that was doing that similar concept at the same time and made it a trend that groups are still trying to do to this day. I'll wait. Just kidding, I won't, because I'm right. Now the question I ask you is, who is more responsible for the surprise success of NewJeans? I would say it's more Min Hee Jin than it is HYBE's. But now we're up to the news and the breaking story of epic proportions that I'm like, yo, this is, I had to put on a suit and tie for this, alright? It was initially reported that Min Hee Jin was looking to make a move to acquire majority shares in ADOR and basically have management control over NewJeans and their profit. Those reports went on to say that Min Hee Jin hired experts to help them find a way to make ADOR and NewJeans become independent from HYBE. The reports continue to say that Min Hee Jin and other owners of ADOR leaked information about HYBE, like investments in HYBE artist information, including NewJeans, in order to create a bad public image of HYBE and damage their reputation. On top of that, NewJeans and the members' families allegedly got involved as Min Hee Jin supposedly talked with them and got their support to make this move, leveraging her relationship with NewJeans. But here is the big thing. The ownership breakdown of ADOR is 18% owned by Min Hee Jin and 2% owned by other individuals, and a staggering 80% is owned by HYBE. What you should be asking right now is, why would Min Hee Jin and the other owners even try to do something so impossible like this, to take something from HYBE? Min Hee Jin believes that this is due to her complaining to HYBE about a month ago. Min Hee Jin has stated multiple times and stood on business saying that ILLIT has copied NewJeans. Not just in one thing, but all areas of entertainment activities, from hair, makeup, costuming, choreography, photos, videos, event appearances, basically everything. She then said, ILLIT copying NewJeans is not something that B-Lift Lab did themselves, but HYBE was related to it as well. HYBE, who claims to be the leader of K-pop, was blinded by profits, and they are copying successful culture contents without any hesitation at all. ADOR has never allowed anyone to copy NewJeans' results. She went on to say, after ILLIT's teaser photos were released, there has been an explosive reaction online that people thought it was NewJeans. There has been reviews that ILLIT is Min Hee Jin's style, Min Hee Jin's type, and NewJeans' style, etc. This can't be something that they're not embarrassed of. All right, girl, we hear you. She coming after them. Like, okay, what? I'm scared for you. Basically saying that the similarities between ILLIT and NewJeans is kind of messing with NewJeans' flow and their upcoming promotions, as they're gonna have a comeback in mid-May. But taking a look at it, she does have a point. Just when I thought I was done with this video, HYBE audited and claimed laptops and computers from ADOR and found, well, they found some documents. Possibly documents that had writing on it, not like this. While Min Hee Jin denied looking for some sort of way to take over, that doesn't mean that others in ADOR wasn't trying themselves. HYBE apparently found documents of a two-scenario plan for this takeover. Multiple Korean news outlets report that HYBE found documents that was titled "Keep Us Untouchable from HYBE" and "Final Escape." Not even joking. You would think that they would label these documents, I don't know, like boring documents that you should probably not read to waste your time, or like taxes 2019, you know, like, instead of plan to escape HYBE's clutches. However, ADOR's vice president was an ex-HYBE employee, and while he was still at HYBE, he had access to HYBE's personal documents and downloaded a large amount of data. And here were the plans. The first plan was to have foreign investors buy out HYBE's 80% of ADOR, and I guess buy it back eventually. The second plan, and probably the most devious one, was to use this confidential information they had on HYBE in order to force them to sell that 80% through blackmail. And a third kind of backup plan was to have NewJeans force a termination of their contract, and then they would have a move over to a separate company that they established. The problem with that one is that they would have to pay back that 80% to HYBE eventually, and then guess what? They couldn't use the NewJeans name because that's copyrighted by HYBE. However, the latest is the vice president spoke on these documents, and he said that it was a personal diary. And in fact, personal thoughts he did not share with anyone else at ADOR. If this all turns out to be true, we might have just witnessed probably the best K-drama to ever been created. And this is real life. Now, this does seem very damning to Min Hee Jin and everyone at ADOR, and even NewJeans. But why are a lot of Korean netizens skeptical about these reports? They seem that it is too convenient to have HYBE find all this information, and that it's just media play. And just when I thought I was done with the video again, for the second time, Min Hee Jin announced a surprise press conference on the 25th.
On Thursday afternoon, ADOR CEO Min Hee Jin held an emergency press conference to deny the allegations, saying that she had no intention of seizing control.
It wasn't much of a press conference, I'll tell you that. At the beginning, she started off saying, "Could you please chill with the cameras? I'm not a celebrity, it's a little overwhelming." And well, her emotional change from the beginning of the press conference to the end, it was a roller coaster. Some of the main points she talked about was her addressing the HYBE audit of the ADOR laptops and the conversations she had with HYBE's current CEO, Park Ji-won, about having NewJeans separated from HYBE. Her explanation for these conversations and these plans, including the vice president of ADOR's thoughts, as he said, was just conversations between HYBE employees casually and maybe not to be taken seriously. However, Min Hee Jin would go on the offensive and say things like this: "I feel like I've received more PR from HYBE than they've done for other artists. It made me think, they were capable of doing this much PR." This is how I wanted her to come into the press conference like.
I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. He's standing on business.
And she then continued to stand on business and stand on her point that ILLIT did indeed copy NewJeans. She also mentioned she is looking forward to the report HYBE will file to the police. My girl is not. Oh my god. She kept apologizing for cursing during a lot of the press conference, and it was hilarious to see the press's reaction and, well, her lawyer's reaction. Speaking of which, he kept trying to stop her or at least clarify some things she said, but girl was out here speaking the truth. I don't think you can stop that.
들이 너무 많아가지고 이 표현이 아니면 죄송해요. 이게 무슨 사우디 국부 이런 게 있어요. 우리 그냥 항상 이거 노는 얘기예요. 그냥 뭐 그거를 갑자기 진지병 환자처럼 사우디 국부 막 이렇게 얘기하면 저 3일 동안 거 아시죠? 개했잖아요. 아 저도 이걸 밝혀야죠. 아니 왜 나만 당해?
그래서 하게 된 거죠.
금지를 고치려고 했죠. 제가.
She also revealed Kakao Talk messages between her and Bang Si-hyuk about aespa, asking her, "We can step on aespa." And even this, little cute conversation they had, I think Bang Si-hyuk had a little bit of a crush on Min Hee Jin, asking her for a drink, which she didn't show her response to it, but I imagine she just ignored him. And probably the most interesting thing to come out of this whole press conference, the sweater she was wearing was sold out the next day in every single size. Really, again, doesn't have much to the story, but I thought it was hilarious. But again, she did talk about NewJeans in a bit of a personal manner as well. Hani contacted her and Hedin contacted her personally, how they think Min Hee Jin is struggling right now. But out of that 3-hour press conference, that's basically the gist of it. So what will happen to NewJeans then? The clear thing is, Obviously, it would be dumb for Min Hee Jin to try to take over a company that another major company owns 80% of. And being a part of the K-pop industry for as long as she has, she's not gonna make those dumb choices. She said it herself. And she's always been an employee at SM Entertainment, and now an employee at HYBE. ADOR wasn't created by her. So as of right now, this is all just speculation and reports without any solid evidence and proof, even though they do have like some screenshots of the title of those documents. But then again, media play and all that, you know. We just don't know. I'm just reporting the news, guys. All right. Even if they don't find anything, or they do, this all has consequences, and consequences that probably NewJeans will get hit with the hardest. What I expect to happen is HYBE is going to force Min Hee Jin out of her position, given that the owners and the shareholders and board of directors come to a majority decision to kick her out of her position. HYBE would then have full creative control over NewJeans, and that is what I am scared of the most. NewJeans will lose the soul. NewJeans will lose what made them special in the first place. Thinking about it, sure, HYBE invested the money. Nothing would be possible without that. Let's be real. But Min Hee Jin was the whole brains behind NewJeans, every step of the way. From planning every single little detail to being there on the set of music video shoots, making sure everything goes smoothly. A leading visionary in K-pop that a lot of others in the industry respected, even HYBE. But that is all I have for today. Who do you think's in the wrong here? Are they both wrong? Which side are you on? And more importantly, what do you think is gonna happen in NewJeans? Before you even start to think about answering that question, this story just took a turn for the just plain weird, including conspiracy, cults, witchcraft. We just thought this was just a business thing, but now, and well, I gotta make a part 2.